Hello, my name is Joe. I'm the Minister of Planning Representatives. I'm here to talk to an existing and potential developers about Central Park DA and ways to improve the DA process. First of all, a bit of background. The site was previously the old Carlton United Brewery site in Chippendale. The site is around 5.8 hectares. Early 2005, Australian withdrew from the project. In 2007, Fraser Property purchased the site for $208 million. It is a $2 billion project. Fraser is working with the local and international renowned architects and consultants. First few years was all about the site remediation and getting the master plan right. The DA submission required extensive documentations and reports to be submitted to the council. Central Park falls under 3A of the Local Environmental Plan Act. This means approval could only be done through the Minister of Planning. After long and hard effort, the revised master plan was approved in 2009. Economic benefits. An analysis was made by looking at the positives and the negatives of the development. Central Park created dwellings for approximately 2,500 new residents and workspace for 5,400 workers. Also, the development created approximately 1,200 construction jobs. New businesses and franchises on the premises, such as Woolworths, Foot Locker, juice bars, fast food takeaways, and other specialty stores, will definitely boost the city's economy. On the other hand, the dwelling created is really for high-end consumers and foreign investors, as the apartments for sale are luxurious and expensive for the average person. The lack of affordable housing suggests that the development do not meet the demand of the low to middle-class consumers, and the developers aim to market its product to the high-income earners only. As part of the assessment, we should consider environmental benefits assessment. The building in Central Park have a 5-star Green Star certification from Green Building Council of Australia. The developers of Central Park signed a historical $26.5 million environmental upgrade agreement in March 2013. This is to provide funding for green energy infrastructure at Central Park. This included thermal plant, dry generation technology, and water recycling operations. This is basically an electrical plant that uses low-emissions natural gas engines to produce thermal and electrical energy. More visually obvious, environmental move included in the DA by the developer is the usage of 250 species of Australian fauna throughout Central Park. That's right, it's 250 species of Australian fauna. As a result, this will have a relatively expensive maintenance cost. It is concerned that some plants need to be replaced frequently. Vertical garden appears to be aesthetic reasons more than anything. As part of the analysis, social and cultural benefits were assessed. Urban renewal of Central Park provides the integration with existing surroundings and communities. A mix of residential, commercial, usable public spaces such as parks, shops, offices, cafes, and some people-friendly boulevards. It is also close proximity to education and transport infrastructure. With all the bells and whistles that was approved, now brings us to the question whether the development approval is all but a grand illusion to a sustainable urban oasis. Usability of public space. It is usable, but the real question is, do we have enough people using these spaces, such as the parks, and whatever happened to being a proper park, where it is children-friendly. Currently it is more like a giant courtyard, large empty spaces with some well-groomed lawn and a hugely expensive art installation. Could the developer simply just overlook this issue? After our analysis, we come up with a few recommendations. One is create a database to pass through developments for comparison and assessing current DA by creating selection criteria for developers to achieve. This should not just be meeting the design criteria but tackles the social, economic, and environmental factors. This potentially would omit some reports such as the environmental impact reports. Secondly, compulsory 5-star Green Star building ratings. This should set the standard high for the building industry, encourages developers to produce a better product. Thirdly, community feedback is important, but it should be taken a step further. This could be as simple as voting on via a phone app. We conclude that there is still room for improvements in the DA process, but food for thought. DA process is not easy. One, as a developer, you are responsible to get it through and consider the quality of product you create.